Okay, hey everybody, my name is Amanda Feeder. I'm a junior in nutrition at the University of Alabama. And today I'm going to talk to you about how to prevent obesity by paying attention to your portion sizes. The name of this presentation is called Watch Your Portions, Save Your Waistline. So how many of you at home pay attention to serving sizes on nutrition labels? Any of you? Okay, that's okay. After today, maybe you'll pay a little more attention to those. But we need to talk about why it's important to prevent obesity. There's many nutrition-related diseases like cardiovascular disease, hypertension, that's high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, cancer, and stroke. More than 1 in 3 Americans have obesity in the United States today, and the prevalence is about the same among men and women at 36%. So 1 in 3 adults, that's a big problem. I want to start off by doing a demonstration, and I'm going to need 3 volunteers. I'll take you up one at a time, and I'm going to give you a little scenario, and then I'm going to have you serve yourself some food. So who would like to go first? Not everybody at once. Yay! Super. Okay, what's your name?
Derek.
Derek. Hey, you can come over here. And your scenario is you've had a long, hard day at work, and you're starving. And you come home, and your wife has made a big old pot of spaghetti. So what I would like you to do is serve yourself the amount of spaghetti you would eat at that time.
What I would eat, not what you think I should eat.
Exactly, what you would eat. Be honest. That looks good. Okay, well, thank you. You can have a seat. Next volunteer. Okay, yes, you can come up. Thank you. What's your name?
My name's Derek.
Hi, Derek. Okay. Your scenario is, it is football Saturday, and you want to watch the football game, and you've got the munchies. You want to eat on something. So what I would like you to do is take this bowl and serve yourself the amount of potato chips you would eat at that time. That good? Okay, great, thank you. You can have a seat. All right, third one. Who wants to go next? Okay, thank you so much. What's your name?
Johnny.
Okay, Johnny, your scenario is it's Saturday morning and you wake up and your wife has gone on an outing with the kids. She did not leave you any breakfast, so you're left to cereal.
Okay.
I'd like you to pour yourself the amount of cereal you would eat at that time. Okay, perfect. Thank you. You can have a seat. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to transfer what y'all served yourself into a plastic bag, and then I'm going to show you what a serving size from the nutrition label looks like versus what you served yourself. So we're going to go with the spaghetti first. Okay, this is Derek's serving, and this is what a serving from the nutrition label looks like. It's not that bad. Okay. This is Derek 2's serving of potato chips. And this is an actual serving from the nutrition label. Okay. This is Johnny's serving of cereal. And this is an actual serving off the nutrition label. Not so bad. So anyway, the point of this demonstration is not to tell you that every time you sit down to eat spaghetti, you should have only that amount of spaghetti. But this is where our nutrition label comes in. This is a nutrition label. For those of you who do not pay attention to these, there's 2 things. There's a lot of information on a nutrition label, but we need to focus on 2 things today, and that's the serving size. It's listed right under nutrition facts. And for this particular product, it's cereal, it's gonna be 1 cup. So that was a 1 cup serving we saw. And then you need to pay attention to your calories per serving. And for this particular product, it's 130. And this manufacturer is even nice enough to put how many calories you would be taking in if you had this cereal with a half a cup of skim milk, and that's 170. But the serving size is important because you have to know how many of those 1 cup measurements are in like Johnny's serving. You have to know how many 1 cup measurements are in here so that you know what number to multiply the calories by. So if he looked at this and thought, well, there's probably 2 1 cup servings in here, then you would need to multiply those calories by 2. Does that make sense to everybody? Anybody have any questions at this point? Okay. Okay, so to put things in a little bit of perspective for you, when you go to Olive Garden and order fettuccine alfredo, you're actually getting closer to 5 portions of pasta. When you go to McDonald's and order French fries, you're actually getting close to 6 portions of French fries. Let's see. Okay, so now you all have folders, and inside your folder you have a sheet called proper portion sizes and calories per food group. We're going to go through this sheet and we're going to talk about each food group and food items from those food groups. We're going to talk about what a portion size looks like and then the calories consumed with each food group. So we start with bread, and a half a cup of cooked cereal, grain, or starchy vegetable is a bread. And by starchy vegetable, I mean things like corn, potatoes, beans. A 1/3 cup of cooked rice or pasta is a serving. 1 ounce of a bread product, such as 1 slice of bread, is a bread. And 1/4 to 1 ounce of most snack foods is a bread. Now there's 2 things that I want you to pay attention to here or be aware of. And I want you to know that these are strictly for the bread portions of foods. When we talk about combination foods like the fettuccine alfredo earlier, that's going to have more calories than just the 80 listed here per this bread food group because of the fat and protein in the alfredo sauce. And then if you're confused about what 1/4 to 1 ounce of the snack foods would look like, I understand that. But on the nutrition label, like on these potato chips, for instance, it says that 1 serving is 1 ounce, but then out in parentheses beside that, it says that 11 chips is about 1 ounce. Okay, so moving on to fruit, and that's 80 calories per bread group, by the way. Okay, so fruit, half a cup of canned or fresh fruit or unsweetened fruit juice is a fruit. 1 small fresh fruit like an apple or an orange. And 2 tablespoons of dried fruit like raisins would be a fruit. And then you'll be taking in 60 calories with each fruit that you take in. Let me know if I'm going too fast for you. Vegetables, 1 cup raw vegetables is 1 vegetable, and half a cup of cooked vegetables or vegetable juice is a serving. And you'll be taking in 25 calories with each of your vegetable portions. Milk, a serving of milk is 1 cup. And the calories per serving of milk depends on the type of milk that you're consuming. Whole milk is 160 calories. Low fat or 1% milk is 120 calories. And skim milk is 100 calories. Meat, we're looking at cooked meat here. It's going to be 3 ounces. And cheese is considered a meat because of the amount of protein it has. And 1 ounce of cheese constitutes a meat. Calories per serving of meat, again, depends on the type of meat that you're eating. If you're eating a lean meat, it's going to be 45 calories. And by lean meat, I mean egg whites, your poultries, turkey and chicken without skin. Medium fat meats is 75 calories. And medium fat meats would be your eggs with the yolk, poultry, chicken, and turkey with the skin. Any of your beef or pork products fit into this category, with the exception of ribs or what else? Oh, sausage. Those are high fats. And peanut butter and cheese are considered high fat too. And if you take in a high fat meat, it's going to be 100 calories per serving. Fats. 1 tablespoon of mayonnaise or regular salad dressing is a serving of fat. 1 teaspoon of butter or oil is considered a serving of fat. And the calories per serving of fat is 45. Okay, so we now know what a proper portion size looks like, but how can we control our portion sizes at home? There's 4 ways, and let's see, I have visuals here for you to look at. We have measuring cups, measuring spoons, and most of us have probably used these, but how many of you have ever used a food scale before? Yeah, just 1? Okay, 2. Good job. This is a food scale. This only goes up to 1 pound, so they make them for greater capacities than this, but this would be good for your ounces of snack foods, or if you have a recipe that calls for 3 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken breast. A food scale would be good for that. And also, I kind of tricked Derek earlier with this large plate, but you can fool your brain into thinking that you've eaten more if you fill up a small plate and go back for seconds than if you fill up a large plate and go back for seconds. If you just buy smaller plates and eat on smaller plates, then you'll be taking in fewer calories than if you eat off large plates. And then, so those are our ways that we can watch our portion sizes at home, but there's a few ways that we can control our portion sizes in restaurants as well. Let's see. In your folders, you have a little card, a laminated card of proper portion sizes or a reference guide. It should have these measurements on them. A 1 cup measurement looks like about the size of a baseball or your fist. A 3 ounce serving of food, this would be our meats, looks like a deck of cards. I have these too. Deck of cards, baseball. Let's see, a half cup looks like a tennis ball, about that much. 1 ounce, I've only got 1 dice, but 1 ounce would look like 4 of these guys, and that would be for like our cheese. Cheese looks like 4 dice. 2 tablespoons looks like about the size of a golf ball. So if we're thinking back on our fats are 1 tablespoon, like a mayonnaise or salad dressing. So you can think of that as half of a golf ball for 1 serving of fat. Okay, so this will be our last slide. This is the United States Department of Agriculture's Choose My Plate. And it gives us a general idea of what portion of our plate should be taken up with which food group. This is a really good website, choosemyplate.gov, to go to if you have any other questions about portion sizes. And that brings us to the end of my presentation. Does anybody have any questions? Any questions about what we talked today? To recap, we learned about the proper portion sizes and calories consumed per food group. So who can tell me the 4 ways that we talked about to control portion sizes at home? You can just name 1, or you can name all 4.
Measuring cups.
Measuring cups, small plates. There's 2 more.
Food scale.
Food scale, and 1 more.
Measuring snacks.
Yes, very good, good. Okay, and who can, oh, I didn't tell you all the other 2 ways to control portion sizes in restaurants. Sharing with a friend or family member is a good idea, and to-go boxes for excessive portions are also a good idea. So I kind of just cheated and told y'all, but who can name the 3 ways that we talked about to control portion sizes in restaurants?
Sharing with a friend. Go boxes.
To-go boxes, share with a friend, and
Use this card.
use that card. Good job. Okay, well, I thank you all for coming out today, and I hope you pay attention to your food labels and your portion sizes from now on. That's all.